Hello DC fans, and welcome back to Nerd Doc. Shazam! Fury of the Gods has arrived in theaters, and while the movie is fairly straightforward, the post-credit scenes are a bit more obscure. This video explains both of the post-credit scenes for Shazam 2, which means there will be spoilers for the film. As a reminder, the movie is still in theaters, so we can only show you footage from the trailers. Please bear with us there. If you have any questions about the film or the post-credit scenes, or just want to let us know your thoughts on the movie, feel free to leave a comment below. The first post-credit scene features Agent Harcourt and John Economos from the Peacemaker series. They're walking along a road that runs through the woods in search of Shazam, who they find at a rundown gas station down the road. They've been sent by Amanda Waller. Harcourt asks Shazam if he'd like to join the Justice, but gets cut off as Shazam immediately agrees, later discovering that Harcourt meant the Justice Society of America, not the Justice League. Shazam is confused as to what the difference is between the Justice League and the Justice Society, wanting to be part of the one that Wonder Woman belongs to. Once he realizes they're two different superhero groups, he looks up thesaurus.com on his phone and starts citing better names for the Justice Society to more easily separate the two teams. He even mentions Avengers Society, saying he really likes that name. This one is pretty self-explanatory. John and Harcourt know Shazam is Billy Batson due to Waller's intel. Shazam has had a crush on Wonder Woman the entire movie because he's a high school senior and she's a superhero demigod in a miniskirt. He even had a dream about her during the film, although he did get rejected when she showed up at the end of the movie for a quick scene. The Avengers Society is obviously a reference and a polite nod to Marvel. Now, Shazam has never been part of the Justice Society in the comics. In fact, he's never even been on the main Justice League team either. Only the Justice League Reserves and the Justice League International, which was sort of basically the Justice League anyway. With the current state of the DC Universe, the Justice Society as we saw it in Black Adam likely won't live on under James Gunn. While Zachary Levi's Shazam will probably have the same fate, there is a slim chance Shazam is part of whatever team James Gunn utilizes. We know Booster Gold will be in the new DC Universe, and at one point he did lead the Justice League International in the comics, so it's not completely impossible that we might see something similar in the new DCU. In the second post-credit scene, we see Dr. Sivana, the main antagonist from the first Shazam movie. He's been in jail for over 2 years, but finally gets a visit from Mr. Mind. However, after Sivana finishes complaining about how long he's had to wait, Mr. Mind reminds him that as a worm, it takes him a while to get around. Then Mr. Mind leaves, saying he has to do something first and will be back later. Mr. Mind is a worm from Venus that is usually an adversary to Shazam in the comics. He's also worked closely with Sivana in the comics, so seeing them together in the second post-credit scene definitely lines up. Mr. Mind used Billy Batson's cousin, Sinclair, as his primary host. It's likely that he went to go find a host when he leaves Sivana's cell, and that person will likely be Sinclair Batson. Mr. Mind planned a full-scale worm invasion of Earth in the comics, but was of course stopped by Shazam. He's come back numerous times and eventually became a multiversal threat. If there is a Shazam 3, which seems unlikely given the current state of DC films, it would most likely adapt the comic arc in which Mr. Mind teams up with Sivana, takes control of Billy's cousin, and plans a worm invasion of Earth. So what did you think of Shazam and its 2 post-credit scenes? Are you hoping for a third Shazam film, or are you ready for James Gunn to reset most, if not all, of the DC Universe? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. For now, that wraps up this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who loves DC films and Shazam.